Hey everyone, Broadbent here, and welcome to my modded Valheim series. The goal of this series is to explore what mods have to offer, completely changing the way the game plays, adding new content, and really unlocking the game's potential. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, so let's get started. Today I want to carry on the trend of working on the center island here. So last episode, I actually built this dock, and it turned out a lot better than expected. I wish I had a few more details, but I can't wreck my brain around it right now. So I'm going to leave it as is today, and we're going to start a new project on this island, which of course is going to be a maze, and I think it's going to go right here. So that's the main objective for today. However, there are going to be a few other side things, such as I might get to planning a little bit of what the actual castle's going to look like. That is going to be perhaps a nice little task that I'll set myself through the episode. But also today I've got two brand new mods to show you. Number one is the Passive Powers mod by Smoothbrain. Not entirely sure how it works. At the left hand side it says inactive below bone mass. That's all I can tell so far. Oh boy, chill. So I'm actually going to head over to the powers really quickly, and we're going to check on that. In fact, let's do this first. I got 1,000 unsmelted copper, so I'm going to need a lot of coal here for this, so I'm going to do that as much as I can. Okay, let's take a look over here. Anything changed? Passive, reduces stamina usage when sprinting. Wow, I really like that. It gives you the extra buff. That's so nice. Modifies wind speed by up to 35% while sailing. I'm going to stick with this one. I always like having more stamina. It's nice. Hold on a second. I've got multiple powers right now. Don't tell me I can equip all of them. Hold the phone. What? Oh. Interesting. And if I do this, it'll be the Elder and Bone Mass. Look at that. I can choose two. So we're going to go with EVGA and Bone Mass, honestly. Even though it's already selected. I think those are pretty good. What just happened? Well, that's the mod that we've got, one of the mods we've got installed today. The next one is obviously tied to the objective of the video, which is Maze Building Pieces by Odin Plus. I really like the hoe radius mod. That saves me so much time. Okay, so that is a nice little flat area. I've not put too much effort into this at all. That's a rock that needs to go, though. Awesome. Let's do a little bit of planning here. I want to show you roughly what I have in mind for the build. I wish the weather was clear. I would like to show you what I've been planning here. I've marked out a rough template of what I think I might like to build. That is so vague. Something that I might like to build for the actual castle. And I've been rethinking the location of the maze. I'm thinking the maze... I can't even see the island, man. I'm thinking of building the maze on here. And the idea is the maze, you would have to navigate through it to get to the end. Which would be some sort of relaxing spot. A bit similar to the bench up there. But a little bit more grand. Think of a bandstand gazebo type thing. Right here. Which is where I built the bamboo hut. Imagine this whole thing being a maze. Oh, I think the weather's clearing. Okay. I'm going to go and show you what I was planning here. So, over here is the rough template of what I have in mind. And I think it's pretty suited. I think I like this. You know, you got the sort of defensive purposes of this as well. Maybe a little bigger on the back here. But generally speaking, I think I'm okay with it. The floor on the main foundations actually needs rebuilding. I'm going to completely redo this because the snap points are dreadful. But that seems pretty good. And I think I'll have a spiral staircase in each of these that goes up and down. I could see that working. But this is not final. It's a rough sort of guide. This is like the back workings, and then think of the throne going right here. Think of what do you call it? Think of Rohan, where Theoden sits, and then I don't know, there's little curtains here. It kind of makes sense to me. And in that sense as well, I'd also have like a little tiered garden working its way down to the lower levels here. But I think the maze doesn't really belong here. I think that belongs over here on its own separate place. But it's going to require a bit of work. So, I'm going to get to it, clearing this island, and we're going to level it out, I think, completely flat. I'm going to, you know, revisit that decision, but we're going to get rid of the trees and the rocks, maybe leave a few rocks. I think this one might stay, but we're going to clear it out. I think I'm also going to disable the slope combat fix mod. I personally think it's affecting me negatively more than it is positively. Like, chopping trees and stuff has been so fiddly lately, and I'm almost certain it's down to that, which is unfortunate. Have I showed you the maze building pieces yet? I don't think I have. Here, take a look. So we've got the typical, like, rock-sized building pieces right there. We've got the single cube. We've got an archway, which is super nice. A slope and an inverted slope to go with. Also here we've got a few beams, which I don't see myself using personally. But that's pretty much it. And a nice little pillar. But I think I'm going to stick with pretty much those pieces. But we'll see. Like this. What? I should have been able to hit that, I think. What? Come on. I'll use the pickaxe. Come to think of it, I'm not sure if I'm even using the passive powers mod correctly. I mean, I've just got them sort of dormant at the bottom left. I'm hoping that's doing something, but it might not be. That's so weird to see. Very weird. That's a problem. I've not dealt with that in a long time. Alright, we'll revisit that in the morning. So I'm thinking for this, I'm going to have multiple levels of the maze. It's not going to be a straightforward maze, which is what I would have liked. But, as you probably saw in the last clip, the waves go through the water, which is a big no-no. Like, I dealt with that when I built my island base back in Season 1, and it ruins it. It looks disgusting. So, what we're going to do is make a sort of level up. And there's going to be a small section. Actually, hold on a moment here. Hold on. I have a mildly better idea. God, that doesn't sound so good. We're going to level it off, I think, to like here. And make a flat platform. And this is going to be where the destination is. The maze is going to cut off like there. So it's not going to be massive. I was going to make it most of the island. But it kind of makes sense to make it not so big. I'm just setting out a bit of a plan, and I'm messing around with the idea of it being too high, and I think I like it. Now, navigating this maze in third person probably isn't going to be the best. In fact, you could probably just, you know, Freecam up here, and then navigate around that way, but yeah, I think it's okay. I think this looks good. In case you're wondering, my first plan was to do trees like this and make walls like that. I don't know if it would have turned out very well. I was actually gonna use these trees because they're a bit more solid, like that. But it would have been very repetitive. I think this build piece with the mod does look better. Okay, this rock, I was gonna keep it, but it is definitely in the way. I'm also not the best at making mazes. I'm gonna freehand this, so I'm intrigued to see how it's gonna turn out, but it might be easy to solve, but generally speaking, I don't think it matters. If you're wondering, could you just go around the maze? No. I'm gonna have it as a raised area, like a tiered garden, you know what I've done throughout the whole island, and it's just gonna be basically, you have to jump to get into it. That's all I can do, really. I think I want to chip it back to right here where I am. So I'm going to dig it out right there. This private island was always supposed to be an extension of the main castle island anyway, so it makes a lot of sense to use up the space for something as silly as this. Although technically I don't think it's silly. I think it's cool. I'm also going to have a really clumsy statue in here. I've built something creative that's kind of statue-worthy, but it's more comical than anything else. I'm excited to build it, honestly. Oh, wow. I've not broken my pickaxe in a long time. I might move that door over one as well. That felt a bit unnatural. There we go. And then it's straight out to the bridge. Yes. Okay. Now that's decently flat. I'm going to start to plan roughly the end here. And then we can get something going. Another really good case to use the snap points made easy mod. Boom. Oh. I completely forgot to turn dev commands off. There we go. Accidentally went in fly mode. I'm actually going to plan the statue a little bit here. I think it makes sense. So we're going to go with... I'm laughing because of how bad this is. We're going to do that. And we're going to... I think we're going to jump up one more. No. Okay, we're going to beam this across. Like that. One of them there. And I'm going to need some scaffolding. That's really annoying. I can probably just about build it from here. Oh dear. I might have to support this with some iron. But there we have it. There's my guy. Oh dear. I don't know anymore. Screw it. It's the mascot of the island. I think that's going to be the end. So you go up the stairs and then it gets you up top here. Just got to do a bit of tidying up. And then we can build the actual maze. I might even have to use the blueprints mod to make this a little easier right now. Because I think I have to reposition the statue that I just made. It's just a little bit too close to my liking. So let's finish that off. And let's mess around with the blueprint because it's actually quite cool. So if I go into the blueprint with the hammer, and you know I can place my blueprints as I normally do, if I press P, and I can adjust this free camera kind of thing, and I can make a blueprint. So all these different things are parts of the blueprint that I want to create. Ah, okay, so you choose pieces like this. And then we can click Save Selection to Blueprint. Look at that. And then we can call this Bad Statue. And that is now a blueprint. So if I want to go and place this blueprint, I go over to the Blueprint section, and there it is. Look at that. Although the center point snapping didn't quite work. Anyhow, I'm going to delete this. And then we can place the new one. I really want a water fountain here. God, that would look so good. Oh, you know what? A damn hot tub would go well here. No bench. Let's have a hot tub. Hell yeah. Gotta get it placed right, though. It's not quite right. Okay, mildly struggling. Wow, can't speak. Mildly struggling to picture what's gonna go up here now. I might have a single staircase there just to raise it up one more. And then call it a day with the stairs. So that looks like that's how high it's going to be. I'm quite happy with that, honestly. It gives a good amount of space for the maze right here. The corridors are probably going to be 2 meters wide. It just makes the most sense to me. Like that. In terms of scale, it's a little cramped, but technically, if I go into first person, I've never shown you this before, but this is first person with Valheim Plus. It's actually not too bad. So I think first person would be the way to do this maze. And then it's going to go to about here. And this would be sort of the end. I haven't built the statue yet. Let's place that in. Right here, and then we'll plonk it. And it could go over here, to be fair. I chuck it there. I kind of like the idea of that. A little bit of a secret. Yeah, we'll do that. That can go right there. Done. Just a reminder that this isn't actually built. None of this is real. I have to add the resources to build this. So that's going to be interesting to see how much it's going to cost. These are quite cheap, actually. 4 wood each. Ooh! Can finish the dandelions today. That's so sick. Everything but the cloudberries after this will be done. That's gonna be such a nice feeling. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The farm is done. As I said, just cloudberries to go. Which will take a while, I believe. Yeah, I haven't even been gathering them, to be honest. That is gonna take a while. It's actually so easy to do this right now. I can just... Look at that! I've never even thought of doing... Wow, that's so much nicer. I love it. And I think this area is now done. It's a nice big platform. It's going to have a few stands and things like that, and nice decorative things. I don't know if I'm going to get to do this today. I might. We'll see. Okay. That's that. Just got to level the terrain, bring it up, and probably chisel a bit of this out to make it harder to get up into. Defeats the purpose of the maze otherwise. And then we can call it a day here. Oh, we've got the maze to build. Kind of forgot the most important part of this. There we go. That is not too bad. I might fix this corner a little bit here, actually. But other than that, I'm extremely happy with this. Whether or not you consider that fixed, it's better. It's better. There we go. Oh, no, hold on. A little bit more to do. Just gonna chuck some grass down here for now. I can actually use the hoe radius mod to do it here as well. Kind of weird. There we go. You know what? I'm gonna do the same down here because it doesn't make sense to have a dirt ground. Maybe I should have cobblestone paths going in, come to think of it. I'm not entirely sure. No, this is fine. I'm just gonna have a little path to there and then sorted. Okay. Time to do some work on the actual maze here. More and more of me is wanting to use a build camera mod. I know a lot of you have been telling me to do that, but I don't know why I haven't. But this is kind of annoying to do this stuff, so I may just. Really cool to have this hedge piece, though. It's a very nice build. That is the main hedge done. What does this look like from up here? I built this viewing platform, so once you've completed the maze, you can be like, oh, I did see where I went wrong. So that's interesting. If that's actually going to work, it might have to be a bit higher. Whoa, that's super weird. Look at that. The level of the fog is like a pixel lower than the top of the hedge. So this is actually a really good time for me to show you what I have in mind. It's not meant to be insanely difficult or anything like that. It's just... Hey, I'll go up here, actually. This makes a bit more sense. It's not meant to be difficult, alright? I'm not done, either. I think I want to add, like, something else here, but... Generally speaking, I think that's good enough. I might add a bit more here, but I want to be able to, like, look at the statue. So... Yeah, a little bit more here, and I think that's good enough, honestly. I think a nice touch is to add torches at the dead ends. I've also added a really interesting little bench here. Yes, the torches would set fire. I get it. But I don't mind. It's not going to set fire. I think it's just a nice little detail. Also lights things up a little bit. And I'm going to be using the green lights because honestly... Why not? Okay, well, despite the weather, I'm going to get to work building this thing up now and making it level, and then we can complete it and have a fully fledged done maze on the island. It's going to be so cool. I'm almost confident that this would have been easier to build without blueprints. Because it's just this stuff. I'd have been able to walk on top right now, but I can't. And the camera doesn't really, like, clip in. It clips through everything, like this. Look how annoying that is. So I have to jump. Dude, this is so much fun building this. I've wanted to do stuff like this for a little while now. It's just so nice. I don't know, it's fun. It's kind of pointless, but... What's the harm in making things look good, you know? Now that I'm doing this, I'm kind of worried that the auto build feature won't recognize this as one build. I maybe should have thought about that. Okay, question is, will it recognize the hedges? Please? Ooh, oh, I think it has. I think it actually has. I can see the radius too, that's cool. tar? Why do I need tar? Oh, it's for the bath. Dude, look at that. That's so sick. And this whole place is actually done. Well, I mean, it's not built, but I'm going to go in first person and have a little walk through this maze. It's still not built, but it's fully functional. Like, that's so cool. And you can find the little dead ends. You can just navigate all the way around. See what's where. I think this is a dead end. Yeah, that's a dead end. It's not hard to complete the maze. I say that. Oh, that needs to go. I've actually just done a full loop. Oh my god. Okay. Well, I do know the exit, and that's up here, I think. Yikes. How do I get out of this thing? Well, the real way to get out is just to, hop through the wall. Whoa, now. That is weird. Okay. Okay, and let's enable this thing. And it should. Yeah, I think it's going to complete all the stone, obviously. Most of it is done already. Oh, it's doing the statue! It's trying anyway. Come on. Come on. Those aren't going to work. It needs some iron beams. Okay. I'll do that. I'm actually going to turn the transparency all the way down. Not done that in a little while. And we are going to chuck in all the wood here. And then this maze should build itself. Let's watch. Yo! Look at that! I think the range is a little restricted. It can't complete the far side. Look at that, man! I could walk on it. Yeah, you see just over here it's missing a tiny bit, but we can fix that rather easily. It's a real thing. Alright, let's stop messing around and add all the rest of the stuff here. There's the iron, gut, core wood, and tar. So this is now built. And also, all of the torches. I love the green. That's so cool. Okay, adding in the rest of the iron, copper, fine wood, and resin. I think that's for the torches. Not entirely sure what that's building. But the bench should be in there. Lovely. This is gonna glow at night. Okay. Let's get this build wrapped up. Hopefully that's enough for everything. Missing stone cutter. What for? What for? Nothing. It's done. The maze is finished. Oh wait. The statue. The most important thing. God, the better ladders mod is game changing. They're so broken as they are. Okay, the maze is done. It's really nice, actually. I tried to make it a little bit more diverse. You know, you got a bench down here. And then a bunch of dead ends and stuff. I think I've done a pretty good job, in all honesty. And then over here, I had to compromise a little bit for the stability. It's whatever. It's a goofy statue anyway. What's the harm in it making it a little bit worse? Right. Let's head to the entrance, and I might even just try and complete this just for the sake of it, even though I do sort of already know. You can peek over the top there. But if we go the hard way, we can sort of experience this place. You don't even need to be in first person. I'm quite surprised by that. What was that? Ah, okay. Cool. And then down here, no, here it is. Nope. Ah, let's take a little break from amazing. You know, like, that's so cool. It's roleplayer stuff, but I want to have a full-fledged, like, done island. I like this overview place as well. Really is quite nice. Up here, I don't know what I'm going to have, but I'm thinking along the lines of a bandstand and some seating. If I go into free fly mode really quickly, you can see the shape of this thing. I wish I had connected this a bit more here, but that's not a bad chunky maze. Really pleasing, actually. I like that. That's so sick. That's also a decent shape of a like a pill-shaped platform to build whatever I want to on there. I think I'm probably going to morph this terrain down a little bit and make it look a bit more natural. If I could paint sand on this, I'd make a lovely beach. But there we have it. The maze is now done. As for the rest of the island, don't really know what I'm going to do with it. I think I might leave it as is, honestly. But up here, we've got the dock, and then the castle, which I might change. I've got a lot of work to do on this, to be honest. Like, it's not even centered. But it's a rough outline as to what I'm thinking. So, any more ideas, make sure to let me know in the comments. And if you've got any images, like you want to make a little mock-up, you can send it in my Discord, discord.gg/Broadbent. I'd be happy to see all your ideas. This place is very quickly coming along, and I love it. There's so many more areas to build on as well. It's going to be sick. Anyhow, that is going to be everything for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.